Hey guys, it's Savannah, the face behind the Instagram page, Random Creations. I'm really excited because I am joining up with Rising Star Outreach. It is a nonprofit organization to help those affected with leprosy in India. Their mission is to help these people in India affected with leprosy to live healthy and productive lives. They are doing a Rise to Wellness initiative right now to promote more healing and connection during this time of social isolation. I also encourage you to join the Rise to Wellness initiative by looking up the links online that they provide, by participating in the video collections that they have and sharing them with family and friends. And anytime you share it, use hashtag Rise to Wellness. Okay, I am excited to share with you my bread recipe. It's very easy. It's just made out of salt, flour, oil, yeast, and sugar. So let's get started. The very first thing that you're going to do is get 5 cups of very warm water. So how do you know if it's warm, if it's too hot, if it's too cold? Well, it should feel like as if you were giving a baby a bath. So as if you were gonna get in a warm bath. Nothing too hot, nothing too cold. The reason we need warm water is because we want the yeast to rise. If it's too cold, the yeast won't rise. And if it's too hot, the yeast will die. So we're gonna get 2 tablespoons of yeast. And it's supposed to start rising, so let the yeast start rising in the bowl. Give it like a minute. So the yeast will start puffing up like that. You know the yeast is good when it starts expanding like that. Okay, after the yeast is done rising, you're gonna put in 2/3 cups of oil. I prefer vegetable oil. You can also use canola oil. If you have that, then you're gonna put in 3 teaspoons of salt. So I'm really picky about my salt. I don't overflow it. I make sure that it's completely wiped off and that it's straight like that. After your salt, you're gonna put in 2 cups of sugar. I do not level this off like I do the salt. I kind of heap it. So 2 cups of heaping sugar. Wow. And then after that, I mix it on and off for just like a couple seconds. So after you mix that, we're gonna start adding the flour. We add the flour very slowly. We add it only like 3 cups at a time and mix them after 3 cups. So I'll start adding the flour. 1 cup, 2 cups. I'm super messy with this and everything falls on my belly because I'm pregnant right now. So that's what happens. Okay, you're gonna add in now 3 more cups. So now total, we're at 6. Okay, now it's time for 9. I'm totally counting wrong. Okay. Okay, that was cup 7. 8. 9. Now stir a little. Okay, so the last 3 cups of flour, you're actually just gonna add 2 cups right now. And then your last cup, which is your 12th cup, This recipe calls for 12 cups of flour. You are gonna add that last cup very slowly. First, I'm gonna mix this. Now you're gonna add your last cup of flour very slowly. Sometimes it takes more or less than what this bread recipe actually calls for. Okay, do you see how this is still super sticky? We're gonna add more flour. We kept adding a little bit of flour until it got to about this texture. So still sticky, but see how it's not sticking to the sides of the bowl? That's what we want. Okay, so now we are gonna turn this on low and let it knead for 8 minutes. Okay, so after it is done kneading for 8 minutes straight, you are gonna take the dough hook out and cover it back with the lid and let it sit for 50 minutes to an hour. This is what you want your bread to look like. It's gonna be super fluffy. So after your dough is done rising in the bowl for 50 minutes to an hour, you're gonna start shaping it. It's super easy to shape. You're gonna get 4 pans because it makes 4 loaves, and you are going to spray your pans with cooking spray, really good, so it doesn't stick to the pans. Go ahead and coat your hands. I do that instead of flour so it doesn't get too dry. So I'm gonna break up your dough in 4 different sections. Pull out the first section, and you are just going to knead it into a loaf shape. This is how I knead it. I pinch and pull and tuck. Pinch, pull, tuck until I get the shape that I want. That looks good to me. So I'm gonna put it in here, and I'm going to go ahead and shape 3 more loaves. Okay, so after you shape your 4 loaves, you are going to cover them with a towel for about 40 minutes to an hour, or until they're double in size. Okay, after an hour, the bread should be double in size and it should be nice and fluffy like this. So after they're done rising for an hour, go ahead and put them in the oven at 325 for 42 to 45 minutes. Also, I cook 2 loaves at a time in the oven. Now, how do you know if your bread is done or not? Well, if you lift it out and you look at the bottom of the loaf, you'll see that it's golden brown and a little bit brown. That's how you know when it's done. If it's not a little bit of brown at all on the bottom, then it's not done yet, and it'll be doughy in the middle. Thank you so much for baking bread with me, and don't forget to check out Rising Star Outreach and let me know what you think of this bread recipe.